Good morning, good morning, partners, good morning, leaders, good morning, everyone, good morning, our prospects, good morning, our guests, good morning, our special guests. Thank you to all the leaders joining in for this edition of our CIG Sunday Night Live. Our topic today says, My Brand, My Advantage. Thank you so much for joining in with us. We've got a very special guest today in person of Joy Ashara that will be taking on interview with her today, and promises to be a great session tonight. Joining me tonight, as usual, is Gloria Okay. Morning, boss.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another edition of our Sunday Night Live.
Good to see you again. Looking radiant as always.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for joining in with us. So this night promises to be a great night for us. And I can assure you that when you open your hearts, when you open your mind to receive, you're going to get more than your expectation this evening. I can assure you that. Don't be surprised. We greet ourselves good morning here. It is not strange to us. We see ourselves in the new horizons of the morning every day. So that is how we greet ourselves on Longrich. So whether it be morning, whether it be night, whether it be afternoon, wherever you are, or in the middle of the night, if you are in China. So we say good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to introduce our guest by reading her profile. All right, let's meet our special guest this evening, Ashara Joy. Ashara Joy obtained her first degree, Bachelor of Science in Economics from the University of Ado-Ekiti, Ekiti State, Nigeria. She proceeded to obtain a postgraduate diploma in education with the TRCN license, that is Teachers Record Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria from the Adenu Ogunsanya College of Education, acquired. In addition, she obtained several PGD certificates in theology, a Longrich brand ambassador, and the team lead of CIG Go-Getters group. Currently a Diamond 5 leader and a Greece trade qualifier, Joy also runs the Longrich business as a stockist. Her testimonies and evidences of a changed, better lifestyle, healthier look, weekly and monthly income earnings have convinced so many to take bold steps to come on board Longrich platform. Joy Ashara is joyfully married to Mr. Hilary Ashara, and they are blessed with 3 lovely children. Join me as I make a welcome to Mrs. Joy Ashara. She's a deaconess, and she actually allows us to come into our ward this evening. You're welcome. Good to have you. All right. Our topic tonight says my brand, my advantage. So then just tell us in like 5 to 10 minutes how well you can flow. Just tell us something about the topic and what advantages you've actually got from your brand. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate this privilege. I am Ashara Joy. Longrich indeed is my brand, and it has been of so much advantage to me ever since I came to know about Longrich through Mrs. Emanuela Eduru. My life has never remained the same. I believe as we go deep, into tonight's session, I believe I'll be able to talk more. But Longrich, as a result of what I've known in Longrich, I've added knowledge has been added to the little knowledge I have. I've had so much experience, and God has helped me to affect lives positively, because we have so many sit-at-home moms like me that used to depend on everything on your husband. Longrich has really changed that. It has been of very, very great advantage. So it's my pleasure being called upon to share my experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Boss Gloria.
That's so good. Thank you very much, because it's indeed a pleasure to have you with us, and just sharing with us a little bit about how business has been your brand, and ever since you came across this platform, it has been of tremendous advantage to you. But Ashara, could you just share with us what year, the year that you joined LONGRICH?
Okay, it was late 2016, though I didn't join immediately. Mrs. Emanuela Eduru, she's my childhood friend. So she invited me for her child's dedication. So when I got there, I saw testimonies all over her life. And she was sharing the testimony. She told me, it's LONGRICH. Then by the time I got home, she sent me, lengthy message on the business. So I was so reluctant about it. I think after 2 months, that should be towards the end of November 2016, I just felt like one day, let me even consider what Mrs. Emanuela Eduru is telling me about, because I had always been a at-home mom that everything the husband does for. My husband is somebody that wants to do everything, not minding how heavy the load is on him. And when I thought about her, she told me how she used to earn. I was like, even if my husband does everything for me, I should be earning something. So I called her one fateful afternoon. I called her. I was even joking. I said, I don't want to be in our group. I want to be in Mr. Rima Eduru's group, the husband's group, because then she had not gotten a car. The husband had a car and all that. So before you know it, they invited me to Okpebi office. What I did that month, because it was towards the end of the month, there are supermarkets around us. I know how much I spend to get some of my toiletries, beverages, and other household products from that supermarket. Most times I spend 40 to 50,000. So I thought of it. Emanuela told me, if I spend such money with LONGRICH, they will pay me for it. So my intention was not to do network. It was not to do business. My intention was, okay, the money I spend monthly, to do shopping in supermarkets, let me just buy it this month from you. That was almost December. So I bought 2016 with the intention of not doing business, because I had never done networking in my life. So when I bought things. I bought some things. I came home. The next week, I went to get some things. To my surprise, that was when this LONGRICH wine just came out. So they gave me gifts, wine. I had more than 1 carton, almost 2 cartons. Do you know that I kept those things in my house for almost 2 months? I didn't do anything with them. One day, I just felt like, let me go to my husband's office. And when I went to my husband's office, I presented the wine. And to my greatest surprise, people bought. I came home with so much money. Then I sat down and thought, 2017, that should be February, I decided that I want to really do whatever it takes. So I had to also book another meeting with Mr. Emma Eduru and the wife. I met them. I told them, for me to, all the gifts they gave me, I made more than 70 to 80,000. You can imagine a sit-at-home mom. So I was like, no, I really enjoyed it. Look at the money I made. Let me add money to it and bring my children on board. So that was how I kicked off. And as God will have it, they helped me. They brought Chibuzo to my place, and I was just learning and learning. That was it. And since then, my life has not remained the same, because I find out that my bank account does not only wait for my husband's alert. I get alerts weekly, my children get alerts weekly. And there are so many things. There are many things your husband cannot do for you. Even if your husband wants to do everything, your husband, if you have the heart, myself, life is about what gives you joy and makes you feel fulfilled. One thing that gives me joy and makes me feel fulfilled is when I touch lives. I love to do something for the motherless. Longrich has made it possible for me, because I cannot go and tell my husband, I belong to this group of children, less privileged children. Give me money to give them this month. I love going to the prison, to minister to prisoners, to give them things. I cannot be telling my husband that. And each time I do these things, I feel this joy. I feel this fulfillment. What is life? It is what gives you satisfaction, what gives you joy. So Longrich has done so much. Is it about my family, my siblings? I can now take money from myself, you know, and there are so many things I do. They give me joy. They make me have this self-esteem, not pride.
That's awesome. You're gonna have a lot of time, during this interview to really go into more detail and share about that with us, because we would give you an opportunity,
yes.
and we would love to hear more. But before Longrich, since since you came in, through our 3SD, before Longrich, have you ever tried any form of networking, or everything was just, you were a stay-at-home mom, like you said? So Longrich was basically your first network business, right?
Yes.
I see. Oh, that's okay. Okay, that's great. Vositon, over.
Wow. Now, I don't know how to, because we are trying to see the reflection of what Longrich has done through you now, and it's actually showing. Now, you gave us a brief of your profile, but some of the things you like to do, you have just mentioned now, that brings you joy. Maybe because that's your name, and that's why you just want to do everything that goes with your name. Now, can you tell us some of the things that actually make you joy, Ashara? Maybe your hobbies, some of the things you do that is different from Longrich.
Some of the things that I do that is different from Longrich. I think, some of the things, I've mentioned some of them. Yeah, can you hear me? I've mentioned some.
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Like touching life. Yes, like I said, the prison, the hospital, the less privileged children. I keep little budgets according to my power for them every month. And I like ministering because that is my gift. That is the area God blessed me with. And what other things? These are the things I can remember. Then my hobby, I like to read, and I love cooking so much. I love cooking so much.
Wow.
And God has given me the grace to be a teacher. I'm not saying I'm a best teacher, but there is this grace to teach. There is this grace, to break doubts, to melt doubts, God has given to me. So these are teaching, reading, cooking, then touching lives positively.
Wow. Well, that's actually great. And it actually reflects what God actually wants us to do for him. Because if God has to come down, how many people will stay? But he has to go through people to touch lives. That's actually great for you. Now, in the course of your Longrich journey, let's say from 2017, and that's 4.5 years down the line. So can you tell us some of the little, low, high, medium, greatest challenges you've actually faced so far on this platform, and how you have been able to come out of them?
Yes, some of the challenges I've faced. one of the biggest challenges I've faced in Longrich is restrictions. My husband does not permit me to go everywhere. No, he doesn't. And I find it very difficult to disobey. I only go where he approves. And another challenge is carrying people along. It has not been easy. It has not been easy. You know, most times you don't have much, but you'll be forced to do promo. I am not Longrich, but I will do promo to make them wake up. It has not been easy. It's not easy to be a team lead. Most times I go to places that are dangerous, remote areas, to meet people, to tell them about it. There was a day, I will not forget that day. I went somewhere. Little did I know that that area, the area I went to, if you are coming out, the bus stop will be so flooded. I didn't know. So I was there. I had a seminar. It was successful. When I was coming out, it was raining. So after the rain, I came out. Oh my God, water almost swallowed me. And I was like, what is this? All this for Longrich, but God saved me. And thank God those people are still, in the business, meeting people, going to places you don't know. There was a time I had to travel to one place, somewhere far, and I became scared because my husband will always tell you, where are you going? He's always scared. He will not want you to go far. He will remind you of all the dangers, in Nigeria. And of the truth, I was scared. I started sending the address of the place to everybody I know. I felt like if I should die here, where will they? Let them know where they will look for me. But God helps me, and the people, responded well. So much challenges. There are times you need to meet up targets. It's not usually easy, but all the same, one way or the other, there will always be a way out. So long as I'm not giving up, I don't allow discouragement, to take over me.
That's
So
awesome.
there are challenges,
Wow.
but we are still staying true.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Boss Laura.
I like that. Thank you, Satan. I like that because she's just being so for real, because I like you for just saying it the way it is, because I mean, we don't want everybody here to always think that things are going to be easy. And the type of challenges that you have mentioned here today, believe me, I don't think I've heard anybody say that about my husband, doesn't want me or to go to certain places, which is real, which is true. So this is your own challenges. And I know that that some partners, who have husbands too in this group might be facing this problem, but somehow if you love it and you're happy and you're doing it, I'm sure your husband, has been supporting you since then. And I saw someone tapping something, that says the challenges of leadership. That's very true. I mean, with leadership, the responsibility comes with a lot of challenges. But again, if you're focused, as far as because your topic is your brand, your advantage. So if you like your brand and it's giving you great advantage, there's definitely bound to be challenges along with it. Thank you very much. So are you able to share with us, just like in the course of your business, right? Share with us some products that you like. And there was one you mentioned that we were really, really happy, that you're going to talk about today, share with our group. So please share with us your 5 favorites. I know, I know you have several, but at least your 5 ones that you can share with us today that you like, and testimonies if you have any.
Yes, I have several products that have affected both my life and the lives of so many, alarming testimonies. First of all, my toothache, I had already removed 2 teeth. I remember I was telling SD Manuela about my teeth, that I've removed 2. Then I had removed 2. I said I wanted to go and remove 3 and 4. Then she said, Joy, don't. And she gave me toothpaste as a gift. So I took the toothpaste. When I used it, those were the things that even, were like, they were, raising my interest. They were motivating me making me to believe better. And that was how my toothache disappeared. Up till now, I did not remove the third, neither did I remove the fourth. Then another testimony is the panty liner for myself, and a particular testimony I wouldn't want to miss. You know, when I had my last baby, should be 8 now. So when I joined, 3 years after I gave birth to him, I wasn't seeing period at all again. So the part of my monthly shopping I did with that I was supposed to do in the supermarket then, that I did with Longrich, was that I carried a pack of pants liner. I did not know the meaning. I just went, Emanuela, please give me different product that this money can buy. So she suggested take this thing. I did not know anything about the pants liner. So I said, what is this? She said I should be using it. She did not explain to me at first about pants liner. She was emphasizing more on the toothpaste. So I used this pants liner. I was just using it, you know, ignorantly, or should I say religiously. They said I should just use it this way. But to my greatest surprise, for 3 years, I had not been seeing my period then. After 14 days, my friend was in my house that day. I felt like I wanted to urinate. So when I went to the restroom, instead of me to see urine, I saw black, you know, this blackish blood, thick, black and big. They were just falling out, lumps from my body. I shouted, I called my friend, I said, Blessing, come and see, what are these things? I did not still think it was the pants liner. I was like, what are these things that are coming out of my body? I was scared. The next day I used it. I think I called Emanuela. I was like, she laughed at me. She said, it is that pants liner. Then I had to get a book. I think she got that book for me. I started reading. Everything that happened to me, they were written on that book. The panty liner, you know, when I gave birth to my last baby, the doctors did not clean me well. So those things blocked my system. And that was what made my period to cease. I did not bother at first because my nature, when I'm breastfeeding, if I breastfeed my babies for 2 years, when I'm breastfeeding, I don't menstruate. But I had stopped. This is an additional 1 year. Why am I not seeing my period? And I was so foolish. Thank God for Longrich. One of the advantages of Longrich is that it has made me to learn a lot about health issues, because I decided to read when I took Longrich serious. So I was like 3 years, no period. I did not care. I was happy. Little did I know that it was foolishness, because those things can build up cysts or even fibroid if care is not taken. So that was how immediately those things fell out. 2 days later, I started seeing my period. Up till now, I became a normal woman. Then another remarkable testimony about Longrich, I know I posted it on Facebook then, you know, was a lady that never knew me. She heard about my testimony. She was hearing about, because I was doing seminar all around my community. I go to houses, I knock their doors, I meet people. So what she heard of Longrich through a lady, and they contacted me. For 12 years, after her second son, she had been believing God for the fruit of the womb. But she did not have money to get Menjan and Libao. So I said, I don't know her. I did not know her then. I sent pants liner to her. I said, give this lady, because of my experience, give this lady this pants liner. Let her just be using it. Whenever she has money, she can come for the Menjan and get the Libao for her husband. So after less than 2 months, before she finished the 30 pieces of pants liners, my friend just came and said, hey, do you know that that woman, after 12 years, she's pregnant? I was like, really? The woman said she would like to meet me. Do you know that I did not meet this woman? She got pregnant. She started telling them to bring, she started buying pants liners. She had not known me. She got pregnant. Anybody that sees that with pregnancy, how come? somebody gave me this, so she started giving to people, and she was sending testimonies to me. The day I knew her was when she had already given birth. She took the baby to come and trace my house. I'm telling you, she had to wait for me somewhere. I went there to meet her, and I hugged the baby. I remember I posted it on Facebook, Longrich baby, Longrich baby. So till today, we call that boy Longrich baby. We have several testimonies. What about the energy shoe? There's another problem I used to have. Now, as I'm talking to you, it has disappeared for a long time. Stubborn waist pain, I cannot bend, I cannot stand well. So I had the energy shoe. Something just told me, use this energy shoe. After all, you read it in the book, you go to seminars, they said it cures, it handles waist pain. I started using the energy shoe. I didn't even use it for long. Before you know, I had a testimony. That was how the waist pain disappeared. After, and I was happy, I was testifying. Most people will come to me, they have problems. I'll tell them, go and use my energy shoe. They give me testimony. Then there's one other big testimony about the energy shoe. There was a time I was having serious, muscle pull. Muscle pull, very terrible. Once it starts, I cry. So I remember the energy shoe. When I used the energy shoe for my waist, I did not use it up to 3 times before the waist pain, left me and I received my healing. But I was surprised. I expected it to be like that when I was having the muscle pull. I used it for like a week. The muscle pull was still there. Then I went to Chibuzo. I said, Mr. Chi, why am I using this energy shoe for my muscle pull and it's not going? I'm sleeping. He said, my leader, you go and use it to sleep. I was like, I'm scared. If this thing should go on, because this shoe is too strong, I don't have much stamina. If I take things that are too strong, they affect me. Even if I take Longrich pink tea, I cannot stand it, but I can take the green tea very well. So he said, don't fear, go and sleep with it. So when Ezichibuzo told me, I said, okay, I just wore the shoe. I slept with it. I didn't sleep up to 2 hours. With fear, I woke up and removed it. Before I did that thing 3 times, that was how muscle pull disappeared. Till today, I'm not exaggerating. It's just, my testimony. And I think I shared it with him. I've shared it with so many people. How many have I talked about? Okay, let me talk about
3.
That should be the last. Okay, the green tea. The green tea has been very, very helpful to me. But let me talk about one powerful testimony. I had a tenant in trade fair. For more than 6 to 7 years then, he had been suffering of diabetes. Serious one that he will always have serious attack, breakdown until they take him to the hospital. So one day, I went to my block in trade fair and I saw him. I said, guy, take this green tea. He said I should go and sit down, Jore, that there's nothing he has not used for the past how many years. There is nothing. That is it is my tea. I said, guy, go and use this tea. Don't pay me money. Go and use it. If it works for you, come and pay me money. So I just gave it to him. I didn't collect money. And I left. I forgot. I gave it to him like November. Then December 31st of that year, my church had carol. So I was in church. When I came back, I met somebody in my sitting room, said he's looking for me. I was like, isn't that my tenant from trade fair? What are you doing here? He said, madam, I've come to say thank you. I say, how? Me, I had even forgotten that I gave him green tea. He said he had come to tell me thank you. I did not make his legs to be amputated. I was like, what do you mean? He said, when I gave him that, he already had a terrible, injury that was already eating up his leg. So they had told him, because his sugar level was not going down. He's a young guy, but he looks so old, waiting to die. He lives on glucophage every day. In spite of it, his sugar level will still be above 140, 150. So he doesn't believe in any other thing. So he said, reluctantly, that his leg, he knew very soon they will amputate the leg because the sugar level was never going down. He was only using the glucose to, just survive and avoid every other food. So reluctantly, that my green tea, he said, let him just try it. And he started using it, I told him how to use it, but he was using it double because he did not believe in me. He said maybe because his case was terrible, he overused it. Within a week, I think he finished the whole pack and he was doing it double. Then suddenly, he wanted to drive. He started feeling dizzy. He came to testify right here in my house. He was telling me. He said he just parked his car. He just ran to the hospital. And when the doctors checked him, they started calling, go and buy Coke, go and buy Coke. It was like me, Coke. When last did I take Coke in my life? And they started rushing everything. It was like, what happened? They said, what happened to your sugar level? Your sugar level has come down to 76. He said, they are lying. Then they started asking him, what did you take? He said, hey, my landlady gave me something. I do not believe in it though. And she told me to be using it 1-1. But I used to use it more than double. Then they asked him, in fact, go and meet that woman and thank that woman. That was how he started regulating. This is something brought down his sugar level so low, something that has never happened to him for a very long time.
It's powerful.
So that is about the green tea. It has been of great advantage to me, to people around me. Which other products am I?
I think you're down to one more.
All right.
Yeah.
The shampoo.
Yes.
The shampoo. Yeah. And many other products, but let me just limit myself to the shampoo. The shampoo, when I had my babies, people were always, there is this might among the blacks, among Africans, that when you are breastfeeding, all your front hair will be going. They believe it. So I knew my hair, because I'm so hairy. My hair is almost up to my eyes. So they were telling me, it's because you are breastfeeding. Every part of my front hair, they were just scraping off. So when I came across LONGRICH products, I tried almost all the products, including the shampoo. And today, I don't have such kind of hair. They fondly call it Lagos Island woman's hair. When all the front hair just be scraping off, be pulling out. Yes, so I have very good, nice hair, nice texture.
It will be nice. Just you are trying to Englishize the Lagos Island woman. Say it the way they used to say it, so that we can know. Mama Mileko. You see that up front.
So you can imagine at my age, I would have had Mama Eko and whatever. But thank God for LONGRICH. Thank God for LONGRICH shampoo. It did a lot on my hair.
Wow, this is awesome. This is awesome.
Wow.
I knew that I needed us to hear that testimony. I mean, on the shoes. That was awesome. And of all the experiences and testimonies I've been hearing about the napkin, your experience has just topped most of them today. So we're very, very grateful. Bositon, go ahead.
Wow. Now I need you to make one more product, and I know that you have testimony on it, and that's why I'm going back to it. Can you talk about the pie cup?
Yeah. Okay, product, the pie cup.
The pie cup. Yeah.
The pie cup. Wow, the pie cup has been of great help to me and so many people. The pie cup, the atro and the calcium, they've been of great help, like the atro and calcium, to so many elderly people. I sell atro a lot. I give out atros a lot. That's like then the pie cup has done so much, but there is one amazing thing the Pi Cup has done to me. You know, after I joined Longrich, I've been able to read, before I joined Longrich rather, I think when I was pregnant on my last baby, that was when I was running my TRC, my postgraduate course. And I noticed that I was finding it difficult to assimilate properly whenever I read. I struggled to understand. I don't know what was beginning to happen to my brain. The Pi Cup has done a lot, but let me emphasize on this. Then when I read about the Pi Cup, I was like, let me be taking it. I started taking it. For long, I can't remember when last I took drip, I took injection, or I took pill. Up till now, I use the Pi Cup. But I noticed one thing. There was an extent to which I used the Pi Cup. I don't know the kind of work the Pi Cup has done on the cells of my brain. I easily understand, assimilate, and there's this ability to retain, whatever I study. And this has helped me to do excellently. There's difference between when I met the Pi, when I had not known about the Pi Cup and I had exams, and when I use the Pi Cup and I go for exams. It has been amazing. I don't know how to explain it, but I noticed that so many things. And you know that the Pi Cup helps it's not only the berry oil that is anti-wrinkle. I want to tell you, the Pi Cup will also make you to have this. I don't use Longrich cream, but I see the work of the Pi Cup on my skin, on the texture of my skin, no wrinkles. And I don't know, like most of my mates, they'll tell you, why are you not having gray hair? Maybe it's the shampoo. But I know the Pi Cup is also contributing.
Definitely, that's the shampoo.
Yes. The shampoo
definitely the shampoo for he's helped
Yes. The Pi Cup, the way I get to understand when I read things, the way I catch up, it has been wonderful. I see them, my children, we are all AA. We are meant to believe that every 3 months, 6 months, we had permanent doctors because the company pays
for malaria.
Yes, malaria, admission, but I can't remember when last. I'm telling you, they don't fall sick because even my kids, they use the Pi Cup. They all know how to handle it. Very soon now they'll go and fill their water bottles for tomorrow's school. They do it themselves. So the Pi Cup has been very, very good for health.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, thank you so much. Now we've got some people in this business, they may be on this platform, or for those that we watch later. So, but if you are yet to subscribe to Longrich CIG on YouTube, go to Longrich. Go to YouTube, Longrich CIG, click on like, subscribe, and notification button so that when we upload, you get get notified when we upload our videos. Now, for those that are on this platform and those that will watch later, what will be your advice for them that are struggling and they say that I cannot be on this journey for 5 years, 6 years, not having headway. I just joined during the pandemic and I'm not making headway. What would be your advice for them? Because we've seen the tenacity you've carried over the years. We've seen how you've actually held on the drive to actually gather this momentum to the point of being a Diamond 5 leader. It's not easy. 75,000 PV. It's not 750 PV. So for you to gather that kind of a thing, so what would be your encouragement for them as they are struggling to just forge ahead?
Okay. Yes, for those that are still struggling, yes, everybody goes through the struggle. The challenges are there, but that does not mean you should give up because good things don't come easy. If it's not good, if there is no good in it, it will be so easy. But there is something we are pursuing. You just need to keep focused. You just need to don't be discouraged. And again, I also want to advise those of us that are still coming up. For myself, I'm still struggling as well. So I will advise myself. Let's all keep connected to our leaders. There are questions, there are difficulties, you can ask them. Thank God we have a listening leader. Mr. Emma Eduru is always ready. He's always ready at all times to attend to you. Ask questions. And one thing that will also help you in this business, because most of the testimonies I get from people, I take my time to read about health issues. When I read about health issues, I compare it with what this product can do, what this product can do, what this product can do. Read more, add to your knowledge, learn more. You'll be able to defend yourself. There are some people, they need you to convince them. They need you to tell them why they should. But if you don't have anything upstairs, what do you want to say? What do you want to present? And most people join this business when they test what you say, and they see the good in it, they run after you, you don't run after them. So please don't be discouraged, stay focused, always talk to your leaders, talk to people that you will learn from. And apart from talking to them, read, learn more, and God will help you to succeed.
Wow, thank you so much. Boss Gloria.
Yeah, I just had
one last question, so that I will ask her one last question too, so that we wrap up this.
Thank you. So, Boss Joy, just share with us briefly how you've been able to cope with having, these 3 lovely children, a wife, a minister, and all of this, and you can still run this business. How have you been able to juggle all of that together?
Number one is grace. It's the grace of God. Nothing can be done by our power. In the ministry, I've been very, very busy. And at home, my husband does not approve house help till tomorrow. So there is no house help. God has been helping me. It has not been easy. Like I said earlier, one of the challenges are restrictions. So many things will restrict you, but you don't give up. All you need to do is you plan yourself. You arrange your appointments. I usually arrange my appointments. If I know, I will know at the time. Because most people want me to come and speak, they want me to come and talk. I arrange it. I keep a timetable for myself. Okay, next week or in 2 days' time, these are the places I will go. These are the people I will meet. Some of them, I talk to them online. So, and another way I used to manage my children, but now they are a little bit grown. At least my daughter can do some cooking. She can take care of her younger ones for now. But then, if I have to go to seminar, most times I wake up very, very early. I'll prepare lunch, I'll prepare breakfast, and I'll prepare lunch. So they have their coolers. You just have to fill it. Then you lock them up in the compound. Just lock the gate of the compound. Tell them don't go out. If you want to eat in the morning, take your food. You want to eat in the afternoon, I'll just take the risk. By then, my husband would have gone to work. Though I usually tell him, he will tell me, wherever you go, come fast. So it has not been easy, but the grace of God and you planning yourself ahead of time. I will just have to be careful, yes, because business is good. Marriage is also very important. So we need to learn how to balance it. Yes.
That's awesome.
And the grace of God will help you. Yeah.
That's very good. So you have proven that where there's a will, there'll always be a way, regardless of your obstacles, because you want it so badly. You have the due means to plan yourself, get your children involved, plan for meals ahead of time. So this is how you've been able to manage it. I'm sure this has helped a lot of mothers on this platform today. I know I'm not the only one saying that. Thank you very much for that information.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, this is one last question I want to ask you. And it's a bit, I don't know, I won't say it's tricky. It's straightforward as well. But at the same time, many people don't want to talk about it because they want to talk about the past and moving on. But the fact is, you made mention of the 3SD being there for you at all times, And in fact, that man is just a special person. At times I talk to my wife, I said,
I didn't
I
get
don't
that.
even know.
You said I made mention of
3SD in my Duro.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just try to imagine the type of person he is, and having to pay attention to many people. You know, some of us or some people will want to run to a leader for help. But for him, I think he's the one that runs to the followers for help, to help them.
Yes.
And he's a special person.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
we've had your series of testimonies, and we've actually know what you're actually thankful for to God for now. But this is what I want to ask. In the course of this, your journey, any regrets?
Any regrets? Is that the question?
Yes.
Why
Yes.
will I regret? No regrets. There is no regret. You know why? Because I'm a changed person. My mentality, no Longrich has touched me. My bank, in my bank, I only wait for only my husband's alert. In everything, you know, everything. But now I don't wait. You can imagine, I want to say one funny thing, but let me say it. In my life, ever since I've been born, I've never bought a phone. But you know that of recent, I could go to my account, pick money, and I bought a phone. It was like a big thing, you know. Was it when what I did when my grandmother died 2 years ago? I couldn't believe it. If it were before, I wait for my husband. And the things I do, why will I regret? And by the grace of God, I'm a stockist with Longrich. Ask the 3SD, he knows how much I invested. But now my stock is more than 5 million. So what is the regret? No, I can't regret. I'm not regretting.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
No reason to regret. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This is a call. Yeah. This is a call to everybody here that even though you've lived a regrettable life or you had some causes to regret for, this platform gives you the opportunity with open mind to always be joyful, just like Joy we are interviewing today as our guest. So to always have reasons of happiness, reasons to thank God, and there are no regrets. What am I saying is that when we were having the Facebook Live presentations last year, May, and one of the presenters said about he tried to search, research, look, do analysis and all that, and to see what risk Longrich has. And they found out that there is no risk in Longrich. One, you are not paid, you don't get paid you don't pay for registration. The products you pay for, they are given to you. So what do you stand to lose? You sell the product, you are having like 20 or 22% interest. You use it for yourself, it's for your own good. So you have not lost money. And in the process, a product you bought, you are having PV to it. Yeah. So what more can you regret over in Longrich? Except that you are not seeing the 5 million, you are not seeing the 10 million yet, but it will come. It is not that it won't come. It's just like what the SD said, I'm going there. It is not that I won't achieve it. Thank you so much, Deaconess Joy Ashara. It's been a good presentation we had tonight, and everybody has been wowed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we equally pray that your business will continue to grow. And big stockist, now she's a senior stockist. So we pray that your business will continue to grow and your family will be in good stead. Please, we know they can't shy away from the PICOP since the doctors will be wondering that you have not come for the last 2-3 years. That is what Longrich products can do to you. Thank you so much.
Everyone. Thank you.
Good morning, boss.
Boss Seton, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you so much, my FSD Joy Ashara. That was a very, very wonderful and a beautiful session. And I can say you are a go-getter and a very, very dogged leader. So I appreciate your session with us. And of course, you are an inspiration to so many. one of the things that I can also say is I started my stockist office where in our apartment. That was my landlady before I moved out of that place to another place. So I can tell you a lot about her commitment and how she started this business and then gave her all to the business. So I must commend her, and we appreciate all that she has done to have gotten to the point where she is. She is a very, very, very committed leader when it comes to this business. So thank you so much for your time and your wealth of experience, for sharing with us your story and everything about LONGRICH. God bless you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, boss. You're welcome to SD.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. And I want to appreciate Joy Ashara for this section and been a long between us. I brought her in into the business, and she really put in all her best. In her building stage, she actually went all out to see to her business comes to limelight. And also she has been a committed leader within that Yanisach and Igondu area. I went to her and discussed the business, and she bought into it and she ran with it. And she has built a team of people from different parts of the world, and testimony backing up her experience in the business. So I appreciate her for taking up this interview, and my prayer for her is that she has dwelled so much in D5. The next level is where she should come to, which is D6 and D7. And I pray for more grace to paddle this canoe of LONGRICH business. And also, as I've got everything LONGRICH provides, and it's my desire that all my team members, because I brought them in with the mindset that I have seen it, it's working. If only you can give it all, it will actually come to you. And they believed, and it's really, really working out for her. You heard from her. So I appreciate you, Joy Ashara. It's been a while. She's my childhood friend, and we've come along. Well, we thank God for today. Joy, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome.
Good morning.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Joy Ashara. I have not met you in person, but I have I've done some business dealings with you, and I was greatly satisfied with. You may not remember, but I won't forget it because of the way you handled the transaction. It was just a mere what do you call it? The water tester that I bought from you. The way you handled it, you sent it to me. It really proved that you are in for the business. And from the way you spoke today in this meeting, you have given us a wealth of knowledge, especially that aspect of testimony. You have given us a whole lot of testimony to sell this business from this life. I want to thank you very much for being a leader, for the way you presented the testimony and the way you handle everything. Thank you very much. May you continue to rise in this business. Thank you.
Thank you so much, boss. Thank you so much. All right, can we have Gary Paul?
I wanted to commend Ms. Joy on her delivery. I think a lot of times when partners or prospects come on this platform and they hear things that are amazing about the products, it can't be overemphasized that these products are as good as they are. Because the great thing about the liners, which I enjoy as well, is they're unisex, right? And the reason why it works so well is because of the patented strips, the biomagnetism, anion, and the far infrared. And so those strips are designed to help anyone in their pelvic region, whether they're man or female. And so, Ms. Joy, when you were speaking and you talked about how the fact that when you had your baby, the doctors did not properly perform the surgery, that was what your blockage was. But when you started using this liner, it actually pulled it out for you. And that's something that this liner would do for any partner, for any person using it. So it helps me appreciate that those strips they're designed, they're patented, they're designed to work and make the blood flow in a micro level happen through your system to remove bacteria, to prevent disease. And I thought the testimonies were really great. Again, like Gloria was saying, I really appreciated how real you were, because not, being here in the States, sometimes there are places that people don't want you to go. I wouldn't go certain places, or I wouldn't want to go certain places at certain times in the evening. So those things are real and those things are appreciated, and the products are as good as they are. And so we really appreciated your testimony. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, boss. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I don't even know where you people are, but let me first of all say good morning, everybody. Wherever you are calling from in the planets, I want to say thank you, welcome, and I praise your courage for the consistency that you have been putting into this journey. First of all, I want to say thank you, a big thank you to Joy Ashara, Deaconess. She amazed me, although I did not listen to the interview. I know I will listen to the recordings. But I was stunned that she was still very focused with the business. And that was my joy. Like her name will say, she's just that type of person that she has actions, but she seldom talk. And with all her tight schedule, it's not easy for her managing the home, the children, making sure that everything is in order, in the home front. And now, if you want to do this business, to get to Diamond 5 is not easy, of course. And she's a stockist. How she goes to big product, it's not easy at all, but she's been able to manage it and also manage her team to the level she is. I was really, really strong when I told her that I'm on 5, we are moving from 5, and thank God you pop up one of the days. And she quickly said, oh, no problem. This is our passion, this is our joy. Now, the little thing she told me made us have that, the topic, my brand, my advantage. When I know she must have said what she's thanking God for, but that exactly is because of our partnership. Our decision to change the brand of toothpaste she's using has actually become an advantage for her. I myself, of course, everything in my house is Longrich. My sanitizer, I've been in the church since morning. I just came back now and straight to the meeting, and it's fun. It's when you are passionate, when you are having fun with what you love most. From the church, I was sending messages that I will not be able to start to, but people I pray, I meet up, and thank God I'm meeting everybody. I want to encourage all of us that have, participated today. Don't give up. Don't give up. The essence of the stories, if you want to grow, if you don't like reading, just go to YouTube and be watching all the stories. After that, go to the CIG Partners page in Facebook and be listening to some of the repositories we have there on different trainings, demos, and everything. You can't miss out as a CIG team partner. You just have to go all out. If you cannot read, watch the videos. Keep washing and washing again. Use them to practice. Practice your presentation. Practice leadership skills, and you will see how you will excel. Without leadership, you cannot go far. And now the whole world is evolving. People are innovating. Businesses are dying. New things are coming up. Where do you find yourself? But in the comfort of the home, you can actually navigate yourself and be earning. You know, you don't know what it means to have extra source of income, additional source of income, supplementary income. You may not appreciate it. No matter how small it is, it gives you a lifeline. It gives you hope. There are so many partners in Longrich today that are saying, I will build my house. I will get Longrich money to build my house. The only thing I cannot define is the timing, but I will get it. I will get there. And that is hope. Because without hope, where can you be? The Bible says, hope deferred makes the heart sick. And when the heart is sick, the whole body is corrupted. It means you can't function anymore. In fact, death is inevitable. Because we are doing what we are doing today because there is hope. I can tell you authoritatively that this business called Longrich is just a little bit different from the conventional network marketing, because how this business has actually made so many millionaires making them billionaires, and making many people that are from the lower class coming to the middle class and now moving to the upper class. I can say this is just something extraordinary. There are a lot of people that have dreams. I always dreamt of doing my master's abroad. Even though I was traveling abroad, for going to do master's abroad is a different ball game, you know. But Longrich made it so easy for me, seamless. I didn't even know when I started, when I finished. This is what brand can make you. The brand you promote, the brand you represent. What does the brand hold in stock for you? How promising is the brand to you? Why are you holding on to the brand you are using today in your homes? What is the assurance of those brands you are using? Have you been able to impact on people's life? Because of this Longrich, majority of us today are into charity. You cannot help, but no partner can tell me he or she has not given up to 5 toothpaste as a gift to somebody. Say, just use it. Don't use it. You use it, you see how it is. You know, you give freely without being afraid. Before, now, most of us, we don't know how to give. But because of the business, we have opened up certain aspects of our lives to the people. We are now beginning to think people. We are now beginning to open up to people. We are now beginning to remember people. And this is what God wants us to do. God wants us to reach out to people, to show some love to the next door neighbor. Now you have seen something good, you know about this thing, get them, switch your brand. Let's switch a brand for a reason. Not just switching the brand, but switching a brand for a reason. Not just say, most of us here, I see people referring people to their tailors. The tailors make a lot of money. They don't even remember you. If you go to salon, they don't remember you. Your hair wig, they don't remember you. And you keep sending customers to them. And you say you are, when only talking these days gives people money. Motivational speakers, what do they live on? They live on talking. Pastors, what do they live on? They live on talking. The agberos on the road in Lagos, at least what they live on is on talking. If an agbero closes his mouth, he cannot eat for that day. He has to open his mouth from morning till night so that that boss will be filled. And so me and you, we must open our mouth. Our brand is our advantage. Thank you for today. I am not here to make any speech. I just want to conserve some energy for the night. I am reading, so I need to complete my book because the launch is very close and there's just so much to do. So thank you all for your time. Don't forget, we had a session on Thursday on the Maldives promo for those in Nigeria. And I want to reach out to all the other team partners. outside Nigeria. Find a way to reach me if you're having challenges. Find a way to reach me if you are having challenges in the business. Look for me on Instagram if you don't have my number. If you go to Instagram, you will definitely catch me there. So, or Facebook, look for me there, then let's chat, let's interact. Those of you that are not in Nigeria, Nigerians, you can always reach me. But those of you not in Nigeria, don't be scared. We cover everywhere. Don't be afraid of anything, be positive. Keep remaining positive, and I can tell you, the sky will come to your feet. Open your mouth and talk. Open your mouth and pray. Open your mouth and eat. Open your mouth to do everything. For you to survive, your mouth have to open. If we zip your mouth, it means life is finished. Thank you. Thank you, Satan. Thank you, Gloria. I appreciate you. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, our
Thank you,
SD.
boss.
Thank you, boss. Thank you very, very much, our free SD. We want to tell you that we appreciate all that you've been doing for us. We cannot thank you enough. You know, before you came on air, Ositan has shared a little bit about how other people wait for their downliners or people to come to them, but actually you've made a practice of coming out to us. So we really, really appreciate that for you, and we will be honestly very, very grateful to you for for a long time, and we're proud to be members of your CIG group. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody.